Namo Phat. Thanks for joining me for our daily practice check-in. Listen, listen, listen. This beautiful sound calls us back to our true home. The first mindfulness training. Aware of the suffering caused by the destruction of life, I vow to cultivate compassion and learn ways to protect the lives of people, animals, plants, and minerals. I am determined not to kill, not to let others kill, and not to condone any act of killing in the world, in my thinking, or in my way of life. For our Dharma lessons, we've been reading Ajahn Chah's book, Everything is Teaching Us. We're continuing in a talk called One Word is Enough. It begins with a conversation. A bhikkhu. We could be Pacheka Buddhas, Ajahn Chah. That's good, but it's not really correct being a Pacheka Buddha because you simply want to run away from things. Ajahn Sumedho. Just living naturally in a simple environment, then we could naturally be Pacheka Buddhas. But these days, it's not possible. The environment we live in doesn't allow that to happen. We have to live as monks. Ajahn Chah. Sometimes you have to live in a situation like you have here first, with some disturbance. To explain it in a simple way, sometimes you will be an omniscient, Sabbadānaṃ, Buddha. Sometimes you will be a Pacheka. It depends on conditions. Talking about these kinds of beings is talking about the mind. It's not that one is born a Pacheka. This is what's called explanation by personification of states of mind, Pugaladitana. Being a Pacheka, one abides indifferently and doesn't teach. Not much benefit comes from that. But when someone is able to teach others, then they are manifesting as an omniscient Buddha. These are only metaphors. Don't be anything. Don't be anything at all. Being a Buddha is a burden. Being a Pacheka is a burden. Just don't desire to be. I am the monk Sumedho. I am the monk Anando. That way is suffering, believing you really exist thus. Sumedho is merely a convention. Do you understand? Believing you really exist brings suffering. If there is Sumedho, then when someone criticizes you, Sumedho gets angry. Anando gets angry. That's what happens if you hold these things as real. Anando and Sumedho get involved and are ready to fight. If there is no Anando or no Sumedho, then there's no one there. No one to answer the telephone. Ring, ring. Nobody picks it up. You don't become anything. No one is being anything, and there is no suffering. If we believe ourselves to be something or someone, then every time the phone rings, we pick it up and get involved. How can we free ourselves of this? We have to look at it clearly and develop wisdom, so that there is no Anando or no Sumedho to pick up the telephone. If you are Anando or a Sumedho and you answer the telephone, you will get yourself involved in suffering. So, don't be Sumedho. Don't be Anando. Just recognize these names are on the level of convention. May all beings be well. May all beings be happy. May all beings be at peace. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you for joining me today.